is happening fast, and Trump is going to change everything during the next 4 years. When you wake up in 2030, you're going to be in a completely different environment. In today's video, I'm going to break down how things are radically transforming, not only in your banking system, but how we do money. Bitcoin is going to be a store of value like gold. XRP is going to shock the world. It's one of the most disruptive technologies. It solves a massive, massive problem. But I want to share something with you that maybe will help you take a deep breath. Number one, you are still extremely, extremely early. You should always have a long-term horizon with a short-term game plan. I know it feels like you're late, but I want you to understand that this is a 6-year run. By 2030, it's going to be completely different. So it's important to stay calm in that, because people thinking that they're late makes them make really bad decisions. So number one is you need a long-term horizon. Number two is you got to be very, very careful about being tribal and making a cryptocurrency your identity. You see that a lot within this industry. I really, really enjoy XRP. I own a lot of it personally, and we own a lot with our company as well. But I'm not married to XRP. If XRP goes to zero, it doesn't change anything with my family or my ecosystem. I'd be very bummed if it did, but we're not married to the asset class. I also own Bitcoin. Okay. I use Bitcoin as a store of value like gold. We're going to be doing a Bitcoin treasury and an XRP treasury with our companies because we believe that this is the future of our monetary system. So we're not going to store our money in the US dollar. We're going to create a treasury with our company and personally with our families to make sure that the ecosystem is taken care of. But I'm not married to either one of them. They're asset classes that we chose to invest in based on our deep research. The thing that I think hurts people a lot is they get so attached to a cryptocurrency and no other one exists. And they point out all the flaws about everything else. And what it does is it actually really hurts their investment strategy. So number one, I'm diversified in cryptocurrency across supply chain, payment tokens, store of value, connectivity, and outside of cryptocurrency and things like cash value life insurance, silver. I'm diversified in my businesses. I'm going to start to be diversified in real estate. And we're going to create a ETF dividend strategy to create cash flow. But all that cash flow is going to go right back into Bitcoin and XRP. But that's what I'm doing. That's what works for my family. And that's what we're using our discernment through our information, through our research, and using our own lens to make our own decisions for our family. Okay, so just be very careful with the tribalism. I love the XRP community. I'm huge in the XRP community. They're phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal human beings. I love Ripple. I own Ripple pre-IPO. Okay, so I just wanted to bring that up because a lot of people I think are missing the boat here by getting caught up. Your plan is your plan. Stick to it. Don't jump from crypto to crypto based on emotion. So one thing I do is I put my blinders on. It's God, family, protecting my ecosystem at all costs, and I stay out of other men and women's business. We take care of our businesses, we take care of our families and our ecosystems, and we make really good decisions based on good intentions. So I just want to bring that up. I'm going to dive into some really cool things today. It's an exciting, exciting time. Now it's moving very, very fast, but I want you to really take a deep breath and understand you're early in the long term. Now there's some energy with the short term because we're going into a really parabolic move here in a couple weeks. Okay. So the first thing I want to share with you guys, how crazy things are happening with Trump coming into presidency. I mean, it's almost like hard to comprehend, right? We go from extreme anti-crypto to extreme pro-crypto. But here's the thing. Research the Age of Aquarius, okay? Pull yourself to what is actually happening here. It's just the money has to change, okay? That's why I'm not tribal about this. Money has to change form. We can't have supply chain moving at the speed of light without cryptocurrency. You can't. You have to have blockchain technology. The old banking system, some are operating on a DOS system. It's antiquated. It's old. The system needs a new infrastructure change. So that's how I make my investments based on that. But there's a much broader picture that's happening right now. The next 4 years is going to be the golden era. Trump is going to take us into the age of Aquarius, and whoever comes in 2030 is going to be the person who takes the baton and takes us into a new era. You're going to start to see the leadership structure start to break down into more cooperative, which you're going to see worldwide cooperation. Okay, this is my paradigm. I'm very optimistic about this. There's going to be worldwide cooperation. Okay, you're going to start to see the public and private sector coming together. You're going to see decentralization in finance. You're going to see people become healthier, more connected, more energetic. It's going to be an absolutely phenomenal environment. Now, maybe that's my paradigm. But all I know is that when I stayed focused on being optimistic and I focused on what I can control, being positive, being unconditional love with gratitude, and loving my neighbor as I love God, my life changed, because it's all mental. It all starts here. But this is the stuff that's happening in the physical. So I want to watch this together here. This is Kevin O'Leary talking about, this is, just listen to what he's going to say here. He's talking about, this is where Trump is pushing for us to like take over Canada. Right? This is how wild stuff is getting. Check this
out. When Trudeau was down there, he joked and said Canada should be the 51st state. He's also saying if they comply, they would have better trade deals and tax incentives with the United States. I don't know. Do you think this is even possible?
Well, there's 41 million Canadians, basically the population of California, sitting on the world's largest amounts of all resources, including the most important, energy and water. Canadians over the holidays, the last 2 days, have been talking about this. They want to hear more. And so, you know, there's obviously a lot of issues, more details, but what this could be is the beginning of an economic union. Think about the power of combining the two economies, erasing the border between Canada and the United States, and putting all that resource up to the northern borders where China and Russia are knocking on the door. So secure that, give a common currency, figure out taxes across the board, get everything trading both ways, create a new, almost EU-like passport. I like this idea, and at least half of Canadians are interested. The problem is the government's collapsing in Canada right now. Nobody wants Trudeau to negotiate this deal. I don't want him doing it for me, so I'm going to go to Mar-a-Lago. I'll start the narrative. The 41 million Canadians, I think most of them would trust me on this deal.
Could you imagine? I mean, it's almost like we're living in a movie, man, a simulation. Just kidding. But this is really exciting, because this is where I want to create that stoicism for everybody, to be non-emotional. It's here to stay, guys. You're not going to stop the train. And I'm going to talk a little bit after I go into, I'm talking about XRP, and I'm going to talk about Bitcoin. And I'm going to share from a logical circuit. I want to share logic, right? I think logically. I don't think emotionally about this stuff, okay? There has to be logic put in place. Remember, the top 5 holders in Bitcoin: Satoshi, we don't know who it is; BlackRock, I'll keep repeating this; MicroStrategies, you got Grayscale, and America. Something fishy there, right? And BlackRock is a top 3 holder in MicroStrategies. So the top 5 richest people in Bitcoin are all American. So people keep saying Bitcoin's going to go to zero. So is America? It's just not making sense to me. It's just not making sense to me. There's something that we're missing here that I'm trying to tie together. But let's go into this. Official XRP ETF summary and application submitted. So Good Morning Crypto posted this. Bitwise date October 2nd, 2024. We had Canary Capital on October 9th, 21 shares on November 1st, Wisdom Tree on December 2nd. So massive moves coming to the XRP ledger in 2025. I believe XRP is going to be the top performing asset in 2025. Now, here's why I believe cryptocurrency. Obviously, we have the bull run, organic bull run with Fibonacci. But if you take a look at this, this is what you're starting to see. I'm seeing this all over the news. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. The narrative is coming now. Remember, when people start talking about it in the grocery store line, getting rich in crypto, you might want to have exited by then, right? But the narrative, they're starting to heat up the narrative now. Pay attention. It's coming.
Trump has picked crypto supporter Paul Atkins to chair the Securities and Exchange Commission. This comes after 4 years of Gary Gensler's tough take on digital assets. Joining us now to discuss Trump's pro-crypto picks and how they will reshape the industry, Blockchain Association CEO Kristen Smith. Kristen, great to have you with us.
Thanks for having me.
And I'm wondering, because I've had this question that I've asked myself, I've asked others since Trump was elected, and we've seen this sort of astronomical rise in Bitcoin. What specifically are the regulations in place that have handcuffed Bitcoin's growth, in your view, that will now be lifted under this new administration?
Yeah, well, it's interesting. When we talk about the SEC, we're really talking about things other than Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been perceived to be a commodity and it's been something outside of it. But the fact that there isn't a basic regulatory framework for the exchanges and the trading of these assets, I think is something that has kept people out of Bitcoin. When you look at all of the institutions, the wirehouses and others, they see like, oh, they think this is unregulated. And if there were regulated markets like people are used to having with financial assets, I think people would be more open to coming into Bitcoin. But, I'm in the camp of going back to that survey. I think it goes to 200 before it goes to 50. I think that, you have a lot of people that are learning about Bitcoin for the first time. And
Okay. So now they're pushing the Bitcoin narrative. It's going out on the news. People are hearing it over and over again. But logically, think about what she said, right? It was on the CFTC website a long time ago as a commodity. Ethereum got a pass by Bill Hinman. Watch rigged from the start, XRP unleashed. Okay. There's a reason why they sued Ripple. Okay. There's a reason why they sued Ripple to slow down one of the most innovative technologies. You're going to see the whole system transform. Companies like Ripple are going to become a bank, I believe. Coinbase is going to become a bank. Kraken's going to become a bank. You're going to see Wells Fargo, Bank of America, JP Morgan start to beg to custody your cryptocurrency. So this came out from Cointelegraph. It says the U.S. Congress is expected to prioritize crypto legislation in 2025, focusing on key issues like stable coins and the FIT21 Act. Okay. So if we go over here, the FIT21 provided the regulatory clarity and robust consumer protection necessary for digital asset ecosystem to thrive in the United States. The bill also ensures America leads the financial system of the future and remains a hub for technology innovation. You're going to see tons of public and private sector coming together. Just in public company, this was yesterday, Kuehler buys 217 Bitcoin for 21 million for its Bitcoin treasury. Now I want to bring that part up because you're seeing this a lot where companies are really starting to build Bitcoin treasuries. So tech companies embracing Bitcoin treasuries as a strategic asset as market heats up. Recognizing the potential for Bitcoin as a store of value and a hedge against inflation, businesses like Rumble, MicroStrategies, Marathon Digital, Hut 8 Mining Corp, Cooler Technologies, Block Incorporated, Coinbase are leading the charge in integrating Bitcoin into their financial strategy. Russia is using Bitcoin in its foreign trade, finance minister says. Okay, so here's where the logical circuit comes in. This is just, I'm going to brain dump with you guys. So logically, the top 5 holders are Satoshi, I'm going to keep repeating this, BlackRock, Michael Saylor, MicroStrategies, Grayscale, and America. That's the top 5 richest people in Bitcoin. Okay. You have some of the largest companies considering a Bitcoin strategy or treasury, and some are already implementing that. Okay. America wants to pull Bitcoin underneath the treasury to shrink the balance sheet by 2045 in half based on their plan. So logically, do you think that BlackRock knows something we don't know? Grayscale knows something we don't know. The United States knows something we don't know about Satoshi. Like, it's either they created it or you can't beat it, join it. So the very thing that everybody was running to, decentralization, it's like they caught us on the back end with a net, right? So Bitcoin is going to be a store of value like gold, and it's operating like that. 94% of the supply is gone, 6% is left. 80% of the supply is not moved. So whoever's holding this, they're holding it as a store of value. I'm holding it as a store of value. Okay. So logically, if Bitcoin goes to zero, it's going to be catastrophic for the system. So why would Russia be doing trade in it? Why would El Salvador build a treasury and completely almost make their country sovereign, right? Why would it be on the CFTC website as a commodity? These are just logical things. That's why I'm not emotional about them. Like, okay, so there's something going on that I don't know, and I'm not privy to that information, and I probably never will be privy to that information, nor will you. So we're making emotional decisions based on all these narratives of, people on social saying this or that. Then you got XRP on the other hand, which XRP, when I first got into it, everybody was commenting, it's a banker coin, it's part of the system, blah, blah, blah. But now Bitcoin is part of this. Like, it's like, do you see what I'm saying? There's this narrative that goes back and forth. We're now at the Bitcoin conference, you had Trump, RFK, and Cynthia Loomis, and everybody's like, yes, pull it underneath the treasury. They're pulling it underneath the government. Russia's using it for trade. America is the fifth top holder in Bitcoin. I thought this was for decentralization. We're pulling it back underneath the system. And then everybody was bashing us because we were heavy into XRP and calling it a banker coin. See, that's where I get non-emotional and stoic about this stuff. XRP is a technology. It's a cryptocurrency. It's not an identity. I'm like, it's an awesome technology. I understand banking, so I'm invested in it. Okay. Bitcoin is a technology that was created and has a use case, which is a store value. Payment system, store value, completely different, completely separate. Okay. Maybe it was created to be a payment system, but why? Why would you use it as a payment system? If it's going to go up 50% every single year and it's been the best performing asset, why the hell would you sell it? It makes no sense. Right. And it's slow, it's clunky. Why would you transact with it? It's just like gold, right? So let's put some logic together. If Bitcoin's like gold, you're not going to go transact if the US dollar collapses. You're not going to walk into a store and hand a bar of gold. You would use what? Silver. You would use silver. That's barterability. Okay. So if the US dollar collapsed, you would go in like Venezuela. I think it was Venezuela. You could barter with silver. You're not going to take a bar of gold. Your gold is your safe. It's your store of value, right? XRP would be your transaction. That would be more like your silver. You would go transact with it, right? So I hope that helps a little bit to kind of keep us out of that tribalism. I just think that, we went into this for decentralization and then we create separation within our communities. And we're doing exactly what they did to us on this side, right? The left and right against each other. It's the same shit every single time. It's the same shit every single time. Divide, conquer, divide, conquer. What another man or woman invests in has nothing to do with me and my ecosystem, has nothing to do with me and my plan. So I think it's really, really important to stay non-emotional as you go through this, to not get married to these asset classes where you're so tribal that you can't see anything outside of that. And I'm talking inside crypto and I'm talking outside of cryptocurrency, right? People are all in on crypto. That's dangerous. That's very dangerous. People go to school, get a job, they have a 401k. You're hoping that the markets are going to be favorable when you retire. If you have a job and you have just crypto, you're hoping, and we're guessing based on our best guess that it's going to be this parabolic move and your family's going to be. When you have profit within the current paradigm, take profits. Guarantee it. That's why I exit 50% of my altcoins. I did it from 2020 to 2022. I pull it from the risk pyramid. And now from 2020 to 2024, I got my family set. I made sure our money was insured. I made sure that we built cash generating assets, companies, right? I took care of my family. I made sure that they were taken care of. I didn't sit there wasn't rich in the bull market and then poor in the bear market. We built and built and built, and now we're filling all those buckets in this bull run. So if you're going to make a large amount of money in a short amount of time, not get rich quick, because it's going to come fast and furious, right? You got to make sure you have a game plan. So what does it look like? Go forward to your future, right? I have a 10-year game plan from here. Okay, I'm 49 years old. When I'm about 60 years old, I have a full game plan of what it's going to look like, how much net worth we're going to have. We're going to have a ranch. I have it all planned out. And I reverse engineered it to the daily activities that I need to do. How much cash flow do I need? Debts and non-negotiables. Every single dime that hits our accounts, I get paid on Wednesday and Friday from my companies. I transmute those into investments. Now we're building an ETF dividend strategy, creating monthly income, but we're taking that monthly income and we're transmuting it back into the market, into Bitcoin and XRP. We're going to build a Bitcoin XRP treasury for our company. We're going to start to store our profits in Bitcoin, XRP. We've already accumulated a lot of XRP for our company. So these are key things that we've been thinking about and building and actually implementing. And one thing I'll share with you guys, I'm never going to share anything that I'm not doing myself. Everything I talk about is what I'm invested in or something I actually do or something that I own within my ecosystem. So hope this information helps. I know that was a big soapbox one, but we've coached over 9,300 people, and you see it all the time. You know, people will come in like, oh, I sold all this because I heard this. It's like, you just sold all of this asset because you heard this on Twitter. It's like, why? Why did you do that? Well, this person said that this is going to zero. Okay, so your financial decisions are based on somebody on Twitter or a YouTube video that you saw for a couple minutes. That's not how you make decisions financially. Warren Buffett isn't sitting there watching Twitter and watching YouTube to make his financial decisions. He's stepping back. He's looking strategic. He's looking at the landscape. He's looking at what Trump is going to do. He's heavy cash right now, right? He's not sitting back there. I'm just trying to help through this. And you shouldn't sit there and make decisions based on what I do. That's why I'm so consistent on my message over and over and over again. That's why I'm so honest about what I'm doing. You don't see me jumping from crypto to crypto. You don't see me jumping from asset class to asset class. I built the plan. I talked about it. I filled the buckets, and I will continue to do that. So just wanted to share that because there's been a lot of questions around this stuff. Well, why, what, who, where, when, what about this? What about this? I just logically can't see Bitcoin going to zero. Doesn't make any logic sense. Again, either they created it for this moment in time because they knew that Age of Aquarius is coming. They knew that we were buried in debt, that we needed a change from an analog system to a new system. And that's why we don't know who Satoshi is. Or you can't beat it, join it. Okay. And not only are they joining it, but they want to control the supply of it. Okay. XRP, Ripple, the company, is genius. It's a genius technology. I believe Ripple is going to leave a dent in the universe. Those are my top 2 holdings. And I have many other cryptocurrencies. HBAR, Algorand. I love XLM. I have quite a bit of XLM. I have two couple of shit coins, right? That's only 10% allocation in my portfolio. I got VeChain, supply chain. I stick with things that I know, like business. So let's take a deep breath together. God is good. Christ is king. You're already the richest person in the world. So hope that message helps. I love you guys. Warriors, let's get your shit together. Let's go. Remember, I will never proactively DM you. Those are all scammers. I do not invest people's crypto. We do not have a trading platform, and QFS accounts are a scam. And Brad Garlinghouse is not doing a crypto giveaway. So please never, ever, ever, ever send anybody money pretending to be me, or send anybody your cryptocurrency. It's yours. If it's too good to be true, it is 1,000%. Okay, I want to be very clear with that. I have 2 amazing resources for you. I want to make it very clear. So if you go down to my bio here, or my description of my video, or my bio, click it. There's a needs assessment. So that's for cash value life insurance. We teach people how to insure their family, how to insure their wealth, and how to create tax-free retirement. Okay, that's a retirement strategy plan. Okay, they will text you, call you, email. It's a free consultation. You'll never send my team members money directly, ever. We don't get paid by the client. So just know that. The other one is the Coach JV Academy. I've helped 9,300 people get their shit together. Put your blinders on, 120-day challenge, live calls, market calls, education, your vibe, your tribe. I'll see you on the inside. Thanks for sticking it out.